I have never played Gato Roboto before, and I know nothing about it. And someone actually, Waffle Tea, reached out to me recently on Twitch and said, how is it that you play games knowing nothing, even like what genre games are in? They were like, even if you go to the Steam store to buy a game, don't you see the genre? And part of the beauty of streaming and giving subscribers control over the schedule and having a voting system is that I just buy stuff and I don't look at any of that. So I do get that pure blind experience in some of these games that I haven't absorbed because of cultural osmosis. I know nothing at all. Don't even know what sort of game to expect. We'll go ahead and start here. All I do know is that I like cats and I like robots. I like gold. I like showers. Oh, it's Devolver Digital. That's cool. They made, what's the game? Enter the Gungeon, right? Gosh, the thing from Chrono Trigger, yeah. Visual style kind of reminds me of Minute, which we just played on Subblock a week or so ago, which is very, very cool. New game. Cool, it's got Animal Crossing voice acting. More and more indie developers are realizing that that's a reasonable choice. Also learn our lieutenants. They call me Gato, I have metal joints. Beat me up and earn 15 silver points. You're supposed to sing it to the music, right? It's a kitty! Hold on, kitty. Thanks, cat. And it's totally a reasonable thing to have happen. Oh wow, I like the animation cycles on that. Meow? Kiki, my kitty! I have bad news, Kiki. I am trapped inside the ship. Go in my place. Meow. Nice. I dig this game already. These research facilities generally have a pilotable security mech available. I'm using your radio collar. Godspeed. Meow. Nice. Oh wow, I'm pretty fast too. Whoa, I can climb walls? That's pretty sweet. Oh, I love this graphical style. Something wrong, Kiki? Don't tell me you're scared of a little water. Meow. Boo! Nice. The beginning of this stage is very like Zebus Super Metroid look to it, right? I think that's by design. Except I'm a cat. Appropriate to cat hype every time the cat meows. I like that climbing up the walls is a default ability. Kiki is sinking and cute. Step onto that platform to suit up. Gato Roboto.exe, nice! Press Y when you want to get out. Good kitty! Fantastic. I have an option to eject, it looks like. Happy evil robots! I like the timer at the bottom of the screen, too. I guess they're intending for people to speedrun this. The base Holland beat's only like 3 hours. Kitty! So I can't climb when I'm in this suit, which makes sense. Yeah, I like the soundscape too. I like that the start of the stage is so reminiscent of Super Metroid without being, like, completely on the nose. It's a hard feel to get right. So is the music, right? It actually makes me wonder if there's a, if they use the Super Metroid sound font. Oh, shoot. Such a kitty. Kiki got a health kit module. Max of HP increased. Meow. So, like, I was imagining, sometimes without reading any of the details, I imagine what a game might be like, just based on its title, and I didn't think this was going to be a Metroidvania. It's pretty cool, especially if it's like a super brief 3-hour Metroidvania. Oh, shit gets real fast. It's gonna get good? No spoilers. Cool long one-way drop. Do like the little all systems online message when you get back in the robot. Okay, doesn't like water. Good to know. Yeah, that voice effect sounds like it's straight from the Super Metroid sound font. Yeah, that's cool. So of course you'd only have a HUD when you're in the machine. Whoa, shit. Have you played Minute yet, Paranormal? You at least said? Yeah, for sure. You guys should totally check it out. Similar graphical style to this. Uh-huh. It's really cool. Climbing puzzle. Cue the sonic drowning dice. Kitty! Isn't someone making a game where you, like, explore the Kowloon walled city as a cat? Missiles. Wonderful. Kiki got a rocket module. Demolish bricks, amplify your jump. Nice. Yeah. Looks like missiles are based on a cooldown as opposed to giving you a finite number, which I think is a good idea for this sort of game. I do like using it to boost your jump like that, that's clever. Shit. Yeah, I think I first noticed the whole idea of moving from consumables to a cooldown structure in Zelda Link Between Worlds, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty genius. think it makes some counter design more interesting too, if you have to plan around the player having a limited rate at which they can fire stuff. But I guess maybe it's a bummer for speedrunners because they like shooting a million super missiles at the boss and killing it before it's a threat. Cool natural progression. Again, for those having that conversation just yesterday about Super Mario Maker, when they gave me the missile, they made me understand how to use the missile in order to leave the area where I unlocked it. They didn't put me straight into a boss fight. It's a mouse? Evil mouse. Oh, this is surprisingly tough. Alright, cool. Shoot, I didn't realize I was going to take contact damage from touching that. Don't care about the contact damage. Whew.
We've got this, Marstead. Well, ow, well. First try.
Going forward, kitty. Counting on you. Yeah, I do like seeing enemy health bars. I don't think it's wrong to do the, like, environmental tells of boss health, like having their body flash red or their behaviors become more aggressive, but health bars are important to me, at least. It's part of what makes it tough for me to get into games like Monster Hunter. Because if I don't get health bars, then damage numbers usually suffice for me. You do now in Monster Hunter World, finally, after dozens of games with no numbers. And I think that the hardcore community was even not so happy about that, right? Yeah, I played Monster Hunter 4 and Monster Hunter Generations, and it's tough just not knowing that attacks were doing more or less damage. Oh yeah, there's no like purity complaints with Monster Hunter World. That's good to hear. I think I didn't want to drop back down here, but I guess now I have the missile. Him for a warp button. Make sure there's nothing to the left in the water there. I don't think there is. That feels pretty good to bounce off of jumping enemies. I wonder if there's certain places you can only get by doing that. Tech in this game feels pretty good too. I wonder how long the speedrun is for this, given that the game itself is only 3 hours. Don't drop down this time. Whoa. Terrible heresy in the game. What's this? Security faculty log. This is Jimbo reporting. The doctor's gone mad. The security system has been modified. Target all personnel in the compound. Most of my colleagues have either been killed or turned into one of those things. Art will always belong to the shores of Earth too. Cool. Whoops. Considering that this game's level design, it's pretty easy to tell what's an enemy, you know? I feel like that's something that could be easy to screw up. Kitty! And it's not just through movements. You got a cartridge, how quaint. You unlock the bark pallets. I think they did a pallet thing in Minute as well, if I remember correctly. How do I pull up my menu? Oh, here we go. Pallets. Soft, maybe? No, we'll keep it on the default one. Now, that's convenient. Yeah, that's how Super Metroid has it. The flashing outline, boss changing color. So I don't think health bars are necessarily correct, but they're one of those only stray from it if you really know what you're doing sort of things. Yeah, cooldown system I like a lot. Consumables are often less interesting to me than cooldown-based resources. Save. It says E, maybe that's a room to heal in or something. Try going in there with less health. Maybe I can get out of the... Cool to use that for puzzle solving. It is a hub of sorts. That's what Nexus means. Let's see what you got, Kiki. Say meow. Okay, I understand how the elevator works now. Got it. Shoot up regular boxes. I like that just being a cat kind of fills the role of the morph ball, right? You are a cat. do some stuff with that in Zero Mission with Zero Suit Samus. Cool. I can never tell if you're listening. Part of the fun of these sorts of games is exploring that limited degenerate design space of a Metroidvania. Like, there's only so many upgrades. Oh shit, that's right. There's vertical mobility, and there's different variations that are all vertical mobility. Oh, different vehicles? That's a cool concept. I like how happy some of the enemies are in this, right? That's pretty great. So, like, your character is 2 units high, and you need to have some way to fit through locations that are 1 unit high. Like, think about all the different ways you can possibly explore that upgrade. There's, like, the slide to fit underneath a small gap. There's the morph ball. In this case, there's becoming a cat. Yeah. I've noticed that this game doesn't really have, like, wall secrets so far, which I think is probably by design. Like, they went out of their way to not include walls that you have to randomly shoot at. Like, if you can blow something up, you can see that it's blow upable. So I was trying to get somebody into Metroidvanias for the first time. I might recommend this one. So I love Super Metroid, but the barrier to entry is pretty high. You kind of have to develop that Metroid vision pretty quickly. Potentially a shortcut if I go back this way? Maybe, sort of. Cool. I just noticed that the kitty portrait in the top right corner gets mad whenever you attack. That's fantastic. Meow. This is wonderful. Is this on any consoles, or is it PC only? Fortunately, enemy bullets interrupt my own bullets. I think you can still do upgrades to the missiles and making them heat up more slowly, right? You can still have challenges that require that to get past. You need to be able to shoot a certain number of missiles in a certain time frame. First try. Those drains I mentioned? Cat-sized treadmill should drain the top level. That's great. It's like, why do the space pirates install things operated by morph balls in their facilities? Don't they know who their nemesis is? Fantastic. They have it on Switch, that's cool. Okay, health kit module. It's cute. I like it so far. It's gonna be Tumble Whiplash going from this to Hellblade. You gonna keep this under your subblock until we finish it, Matt? Interesting. Okay, cool. Seems like a pretty good game for subblock at only 3 hours. Poor happy, friendly octopus. That's cool. Oh shit! No! Don't let the kitty touch enemies! First death. Bummer of bummers. Cats don't have a UI. HUD. Submarines have health limit. Cool. Introducing them as a kind of a pseudo mini-boss fight first. Got your number of total projectiles allowed on the screen is limited, so if you're really close to them you can get more shots off. It's kind of cool. Alright, climbing kitty, whoops. Sweet. Makes me a little nervous. Yep. Does not have collision, doesn't let me through it anyway. Oh, I see. There's a kitty treadmill over here. That's how I meant to bring the robot. Gotcha, because I swim along the bottom normally. Sure. I guess I get one but not the other from all the way up here. I love that the cat's more willing to swim than the robot suit is for now. Gold mines. Round 2. I'm now in a harder arena. drains. Stay motivated, Kiki. You got this. This is obviously the most helpful cat of all time, right? Although I guess the cat is the reason we crashed, so... maybe it'll turn out to all have been for good. Cartridge module, starboard pallet. Yeah, that's pretty. Fish being stuck on the ground is pretty great. I really like the animation cycle on the fish. They kind of look like the fish from Mario 3. Whoops. So a little bit too close to that thing. Oh, that's nice, those kind of save points too. Thanks, game. There we go. Let's save real quick in case I die again, you know? Could happen. Likely to happen. Oops. Meow. Meow. Okay, there is a submarine there. Hey, health again. What a treat. It's invincible while shooting, which is fair. It'll take a second to get back in the crazy DPS range after that. Glad it sometimes requires you to kill enemies. Seems like since enemies don't drop anything, probably best to avoid them most of the time, but I guess that's true for a lot of games that encourage speedrunning. Like that they taught us about the cat treadmills once. It's hard to tell what they're supposed to do the first time you see them. We want to move it all the way over. Go in the Metroid pipe. Saves. Kiki, I'm getting a strange reading. Is this a dead end? Oh no. Another mouse. Disgusting. Ha ha ha. Meow. Exterminate! This is a cool boss arena. Nice. Can't destroy the bullets. This is like a Gradius fight. Oh jeez. It's a cool attack. Put a mine up at the top. If I can get through as few as 2 there, it's good to know. Nice. That was a cool fight. You did great back there. This rat problem will definitely be in my report. The game taught me in the first boss fight, don't screw around. Bosses can be hard. Don't let them hit you. Final drain, it looks like. Way to go, Kiki. That boss fight got my heart rate up. I might put on the heart rate monitor for Hellblade. I think I watched the end of the VOD last time and I left off in a really hard battle. I'm still pretty stressed out about what happens if I game over in that game. Spin jump. Sweet. Screw attack. Got it. Nice. It's a little ball of yarn. Kiki is spin and jump. Man, the controls are really tight for this thing. Dig it. So I can bounce on enemies like Goombas, okay. It does less damage than the missiles, which makes sense. New music is cool. Boss fights that require the use of this thing are going to be nuts. Yeah, so I can get my jump back whenever I land on something. So you can see them hiding some secrets behind the... This might be the room where you learn that. You can also bounce off the wall. Yeah, I feel like the track has been escalating as we've been getting power-ups. It's pretty sweet. Spikes. I mean, if I can bounce off that thing or not. Can. Yeah, okay. Totally is going to be secrets gated behind this. Probably a pallet, right? You did a hard thing and got to a cool secret, but it's not necessary for progress. Well, maybe. Let's see. This is pretty far. This might be progress. They might have needed me to bounce off those things. It's pretty cool. Cartridge module. The goop palette. Nice. We've seen a good number of these 1-bit games in the past couple years, right? Like Overden, Minute. This one. There's another one that Paranormal Echoes mentioned that I haven't played, but I've heard of it. I feel like frogs are a really popular enemy in this kind of 1-bit sprite art approach. Maybe it's really easy to make something that looks obviously like a frog without it taking up a ton of space, you know? But I'd check, just because it was accessible, you never know. Kitty only, right? I bet there's some cool like vertical climbing tech you can do with combinations of the suit, the spin jump, and the missile. Let's try to get back to the elevator here, back to the hub world. I feel like how fast the save rooms are too. There's an animation, but you can kind of skip it if you're quick. Elevator. I don't think you can eject in midair, no. I'll try it, but I was thinking that earlier. Like to get to things? Yeah, no, you have to. At least for now, maybe that's a power-up. I can see them adding at some point. Nice. Cute little robots. Spawn lots of enemies, it looks like. Cool. Hey, health pack. I like that they have several items that can reward a player that's trying to go out of their way to find secrets, but that don't like completely change the gameplay, like the pallets. And the health upgrades even. Main PC. Hello, PC. Seriously? Cut to the chase. See these signs? Very good, human. This sign means broken. Turn them all into check marks. This is a check mark, human. Heater core is still affected by overheating. Ventilation system is all clogged up. What a contemptible machine. Might be doable, I'm not sure though. I need to learn how the mechanics work. So I can get some decent bounce. But not as much bounce on the second shot. Don't think it's possible for now. Whoa. Place that's too hot, probably. I need the various suits. Found the heater core. This area is really hot. Don't leave the mech. Once it cools down, you can play all you want. Aw. Be safe, kitty. Oh, they don't even let me press the Y button. I appreciate that. What's this? Laboratory log of Dr. Heinrich. Robotic defense weapons I've been developing are terrifying. Can't rid myself of a feeling of pride. Humiliatingly below my pay grade. Dropped off a sweet dog in my lab. Freak creations? No, I don't want to fight a dog boss. A cute little doggo! That's sad. A dog boss? I hate mice, but doggos are okay. Because they are arguably enemies of cats, though, so... Shit. Move too fast. I wonder if this area is completely accessible without the spin jump. If I could have come here first. Probably. Oh right, I can't get out to explore through there. Not that I would want to, it doesn't take me anywhere special, but... Thank God they disabled a button. That seems bad. Ooh, okay. But I could just boost through that thing. Not like that. A classic enemy. Fireball that jumps out of the lava at you. I've seen lots of variants on that idea too. There's a pit, but there's a thing that jumps out of the pit. There's a really nasty one in some of the NES Mega Man games. I forget the name of it. Can Belmont you. Ouch. Hey, perfect. Hi, Ben. I like that the missiles knock you back a little bit, so you have to be kind of careful launching them. The gun does not. Path is blocked by lava. I need to stop the lava flow somehow. Meow. Yeah, the choice to put little happy faces on some of the robots is great. Gives this game its own little style. Drop through that bridge after I save. Oh shit. Didn't mean to skip that text. What's that smell? Is there a little kitty in there? I haven't seen one of those in years. I'm gonna melt you like a furry popsicle. Meow! Ouch. Ooh, spikes on the sides of him. Boss that you need to jump to damage. Yeah. A lot tougher than you look. Not the last of my kind. The lava that throws through our pipes will eat our family skulls until time immemorial. Brother, avenge me. Nice. Cool fight. Presumably something else opened as a result of me destroying that. Some of these pipes maybe aren't running anymore. Hot pipes that were blocking me before. Yeah. I think this is a shortcut now. Variant of an enemy we've already met that now drops awful mine explosives. What was my missile cooldown longer? I think I can only shoot 2 at a time. I like that it looks like it glitches out when you fill it too high, the heat meter. I got clear with the music when I walked in, and I think well, I'm pretty sure I have to kill everything in here. Yeah, open the door. So. Okay. A couple paths I didn't take. Ouch. This one I still can't go through. Everyone in here. I couldn't. Oof. Not go about that in the best way. Sweet. Oh, that's interesting. Drills through stuff. Got the guy's brother over here, probably. Maybe. Can't fit through there to get him in. Yep. Oh, there's his brother. He's got a little mustache. It was you! I know what you did to my brother. You ended his life prematurely. Before he had a chance to grow a mustache. It's the very end of the fight that's now much harder because I can't stay right in front of his face. Lava's thicker than blood. And a little fireball blocks my shots too, hitting my missiles. Missiles do like 4 damage, I think, versus regular shots do 1. 3 or 4. It's gotta be a lot harder without the spin jump. It just makes it a lot easier to maneuver around the boss fight room. No, this is not over, because although my body may crumble and my heat may dissipate, my mustache will live on forever. What? Mustache forever. Oh, and I hit a spike on my way out. Bummer. Yes, this is like, the best way I can describe it is like a Metroidvania light. Or a minimalist Metroidvania. Roboto 2. Curse of the Immortal Mustache. Phase module. Oh, that's cool. Absolutely dashing. Oh, sweet. Rad. Metroid vignette. That's pretty genius, Surf. Hope you're very proud of yourself. I like how, even though the cooldown on that is super brief, it still is displayed in the UI element on the left side there. Whenever you press R, you can see it recharge. The outro video is pretty good too. Shit. I wonder if bouncing off an enemy recharges my dash. Might need to be the final save for now. Let's see. That was a mistake. Okay, yeah, we'll pick up from here. Future Marstead, keep exploring the map. Press start to look on the map. Go to places you haven't been. You now have a dash ability you didn't have before. Thank you, Paranormal Echoes, Matt, for sharing this game. I dig it a lot. Cats, robots, and Metroid, and minimalist. I like all of those things. We'll be back in a bit with the last sub-block game for today, Hellblade.